Hey guys, welcome back to the Math Bench. This week we'll continue working through Module 4. On Monday and Tuesday, you can find lessons 15 and 16 on last week's Math Bench video. We got a little bit ahead because of our assessments on Thursday and Friday. So for the rest of this week, we'll be focusing on lessons 17 through 19, where students will be connecting manipulatives, math drawings, and written methods to solve larger addition problems. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what's upcoming for this week. For lesson 17, we're going to be relating manipulative representations to a written method. This form of manipulative will be your place value disk or your chips, and that's something that you can draw on your own paper when you're solving these problems as well. And we're going to see how the regrouping connects to it with vertical addition. So if we take a look at the problem 47 plus 85, we'll start by showing our 4 10s and 7 1s at the top, especially with our place value disk, and then underneath that we'll have our 8 10s and 5 1s. When we combine the ones place, we have 7 and 5, and that'll get us 12. And technically that means we have enough to bundle 10 ones to make the next 10, which is that red circle that you can see towards the middle in our tens place. So then, because of that, we already had 4 10s and 8 10s, which gave us 12 10s, but that extra 10s we got from the ones when we bundled is now 13 10s. And 13 is enough to bundle the next 100, and you'll only be left with 3 left because we need 10 to bundle. So because of that, we have 100, 3 10s, and 2 1s, and that'll get us the answer of 132. If you look at your vertical method, which is our more traditional way of doing our math, we have 7 plus 5, that'll get us 12, 2 at the bottom, 1 at the top to your neighbor, then you have 4 plus 8, that is 12 once again, but your 1 more at the top should get you 13, and you can just go ahead and put 13 at the bottom with your 2 in your 1s place, and you should get 132. The same can be said for number 2, where we have 128 plus 39, 8 plus 9 is 17, 7 at the bottom, 1 at the top, you have 2 plus 3 is 5, plus the 1 more on top is 6, and you're not adding anything to your 1s in your hundreds place, and thus you're left with the answer of 167. For lesson 18, we have using math drawings to represent addition with 2 compositions. Essentially, this means we're targeting the same skill here, but we're going to be using a drawing to help us. In this case, that'll be the place value charts and our chips as well. Now, this is also place value disk, and it's essentially the same skill. So here we have 58 plus 67. 58 is represented at the top. You have your 5 10s and your 8 1s. Underneath that, you have 6 10s and 7 1s. So starting with our 1s place, if you add your 8 1s and your 7 1s, you get 15. 15 is enough to bundle to the next 10, and thus you will get 5 left over, and your 110 will go ahead and scoot over to the 10s place. Now, originally before we bundled, we already had 11 10s because 5 10s and 6 10s gets us 11, but that extra 10 that we got from the 1s gets us 12. So once again, we have enough to bundle because we have 10 or more, in this case 12. So when we get our 10 10s and we make a 100 out of that and we bundle it over and move it to the hundreds place, you're only left with 2 10s and 100. Thus your answer here is 125. For the vertical method on the left, it's very simple. 8 plus 7 is 15, 5 at the bottom, 1 at the top to your neighbor, 5 plus 6 is 11, plus 1 more is 12, 2 at the bottom. You have nowhere else to put that 1 since you don't have any other numbers to add, so your 1 goes in the front, and you are left with the answer 125. Last but not least, we have lesson 19, which is solve addition with up to 4 addends. Each addend is a number that you're adding. So for an example, for number 1, we have 17, 33, and 48. Each one of those is an addend, and that just means a number that you're adding. In this case, we can do up to 4 numbers that we're going to be adding, but for this problem specifically, we only have 3 addends. So you can see that we have an A and a B, a part A and a part B. For part A, we're going to be following the directions that it gives us, and it says, look to make 10 1s or 10 10s to solve the following problems using your place value strategies. One of your place value strategies, which is the one that we use more than not, is our vertical method. So to make 10 1s, I know that 7 and 3 pair very well. If I put 7 and 8 together, that'll get me 15. That's not going to work. And if you put 3 and 8 together, that's not going to work. You're going to make 11. So the best way to make 10 ones is your 7 and your 3 from your 17 plus 33. So if we add that in the vertical method, 17 plus 33, our 7 plus 3 will get us 10, so our 0 goes at the bottom, our 1 goes to the top to the neighbor at next door, and you have 1 plus 3, which is 4, plus the 1 more you have at top, which is 5, you get 50. Now you're not done because you need to add 48, so get your answer 50, and you're going to be adding 48 to it, which is a lot easier to add than a bunch of random numbers, because essentially all you're doing with the number 50 is adding 5 10s to 48. Anyways, with that being said, we have 0 plus 8, that'll get you 8, and 5 plus 4 will get you 9, and you're left with the answer of 98. Now, part B is just to show that you don't have to make 10 ones or 10 10s to solve the problem. You can just solve them in any order you want, especially for addition, because no matter what order you add them in, you will get the same answer. So let's go ahead and add 33 and 48 first. If we do that, we have 3 plus 8, that is 11. Your 1 goes at the bottom, then your 1 goes on top. 3 plus 4 is 7, plus the 1 more is 8, and you're left with 81. But I also need to add my last addend, which is 17. So get 81 and add 17 to it, make sure they're lined up straight, and 1 plus 7 should get you 8, and 8 plus 1 should get you 9, and thus you get the same answer of 98. So that wraps up our week for the Math Bench. We learned how manipulatives, math drawings, and written methods all connect, and how regrouping happens the same way, whether you're using place value disk, sketches, or numbers on the paper itself. Don't forget to check out Monday and Tuesday's lessons, which will be lessons 15 and 16 in last week's video, and keep practicing how to bundle tens and hundreds when you're adding larger numbers. Thanks for watching this week's Math Bench preview, and remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for next week's lesson. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your weekend, and I'll see you on Monday.